WarsawJS.
I'm going to talk about this tool that I wrote a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, it was actually a couple of months ago, and I forgot to maintain it. So I need to I need to force myself to push some updates. But basically, the idea is like this. Have you heard about ban? I'm sure that people heard about ban. I think there's another presentation coming about ban from my end in the future. But one of the very nice things that ban, so ban is like Node.js for people that don't know. Node.js, like, you know, new JavaScript runtime, but written using different technologies with different focus. And one of the things that it does is that it's really fast. The startup time, it's like amazing compared to Node.js. And like, you know, you can feel that when you type like, I don't know, ban test, like it just works. Like the second you write it, you get the results. And with Node, you have always this like, you know, like 100 milliseconds impact on starting the project every time you run like yarn tests or whatever. And now the idea was to solve this and a couple of other problems on one try. So basically, you can execute things using still Node.js, but much faster by utilizing Rust and avoiding executing Node.js, spawning Node.js processes multiple times. So when you do yarn test, what happens? First, you run Node.js that executes yarn, you know, the JS bundle, and this code parses your packet JSON and executes another Node.js process, which is Mocha, Jest, whatever, and only then you execute your tests. So you get 2 times the performance hit of executing Node.js, like spawning new Node.js process. So this was one of the ideas that I wanted to solve. So instead of spawning this first Node.js process that, you know, just runs yarn, we can actually write like a pretty simple you know, native code that reads packet JSON and spawns using like, you know, a Linux syscall spawns a Node.js process, which turns out it's like 100 milliseconds faster. If you execute like, you know, yarn tests multiple times a day, and actually pretty often you do like yarn format fix, yarn test, it adds up. It adds up probably to like, you know, minutes per day. And so this was one thing that this project does. But another thing is that, you know, usually you work with multiple package managers in different projects. Like, for example, one project uses NPM, the other one uses yarn, the other one uses PNPM. So this tool, you know, recognizes the log file and picks the correct package manager. And another thing is that when you install dependency with this, like, for example, ny add react, it actually checks if your project uses TypeScript. And if it does, it's gonna automatically check if the package that you're installing has typings, you know, attached. If not, it's gonna automatically install add types package. I think ban.js is also adding something like this because it's a very useful feature. But I was first. Remember this, guys. So have a look at it. It's pretty cool. Much more, like many other things are in store. Of course, I need to you know, get to maintain to it. And by the way, it's written in Rust, so obviously it's blazingly fast and blazingly secure. Yes. Yeah, and ban support actually is coming soon because you can actually still support ban for, like, you know, projects that use ban. You can just proxy to ban. That's it. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions about Chris's idea? Comments, questions? Really, everything was self-explanatory?
What does it do if there's more than one log file?
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
What does it do if there's more than one log file?
I think it's gonna just select the first one in a match statement in Rust code. But you know, you don't have multiple log files in one project. I never
know.
You do? Like if you do, then it's a mistake. Why would you do? Why would you have? Show me one good reason to have multiple log files in a single.
Good comeback. I like that. I like that one. That
doesn't make sense.
You know, interestingly, folks, thank you very much, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So.